you want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about sports in the state of Michigan? You've got the truth, all right. Can you handle the truth? Find out right now on the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, the show that detects and provides truth, research, and statistics about the Tigers, Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, Wolverines, and Spartans. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast and listen to it in audio form wherever you get your podcasts. Follow it on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth and on Reddit at u/Michigan_Truth, and like its Facebook page and know the truth.
I'm Taylor Phillips, your Michigan Sports Truth Detective. And of course, man, oh man, do we have a miracle or what? Yeah. Let me move this out a little bit to the right. So the Tigers advanced to the American League Division Series against the Seattle Mariners. They eliminate the Cleveland Guardians 2-1 in the wild card series, all 3 games taking place at Progressive Field. The pitching from Tarek Skubal, Casey Mize, Will Vest, Kyle Finnegan, only allowing 1 walk all series, and thus getting back to his form. Jack Flaherty and Tyler Holton all making the main contribution. Tommy Canley on the downside, pitching-wise, has never improved on a consistent basis from the regular season through the midst of this postseason run. And it was a miracle of the series win, and I'm going to explain why. I was considering the Tigers have a low-powered offense, let alone starting lineup going into it. They scored, as Dan Dickerson, the radio play-by-play voice of the Tigers, pointed out, the Tigers scored just an average of 2.5 runs per game in their last 18 regular season games. Going into their series, that because if you can't score, you can't win, and that's what brought the Tigers to a 15.5 game lead choke job in the American League Central Division standings, and the Guardians were just the Tigers just handed the Guardians the whole division like an entire big gift of like a motorcycle, the key to the motorcycle. But only to set a ticking time bomb attached to it, and boom, explodes back in the Guardians' faces. Neither the Tigers nor the Guardians were going to make the going to even make the World Series anyway, because the Tigers have the way too powerful Seattle Mariners in the American League Division Series, because the Mariners have a very powerful high octane offense led by Cal Raleigh, who had 60 home runs, just one short of Roger Maris in a single regular season, and Julio Rodriguez as well. He's an all-star. And the Mariners have a great pitching staff as well, starting and relief. Game 1 starts Saturday. Game 2, 8:03 on FS1. Game 1, time to be determined, but there will be Game 3 at Comerica Park at least. Wow. So Comerica Park is not closed for the year yet, but it'll take a bigger miracle to get past those Mariners and advance to the ALCS, because the Mariners, again, way too powerful, especially with their offense, with their bats, Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez. I'm just going to keep it simple right here. So we got the football in the Mitten preview coming up right about now, starting with the 20th ranked Michigan Wolverines back from their bye week. Saturday at noon on Fox against the Wisconsin Badgers, who are coming off a 27-10 loss at home to the Maryland Terrapins. And the Badgers are 2-2, coming in 2-2. Wolverines coming in 3-1. The Badgers have scored just 20.8 points per game, 203rd in the nation. They have a good defense, 18.75, 18 and 3/4 points against per game, 55th in the nation. Michigan Wolverines 48th in the nation in points against per game. With 48th with allowing just 17.75 per. O'Neal is this Danny O'Neal at quarterback for Wisconsin, has a quarterback rating of 141.5, rating 640 passing yards, 160 passing yards per game. You got Jones and Dupree out there in the rushing in the backfield. Plus, you got a good passing game, a decent passing game. Mason and Anthony Jr. got 4 receivers who have gained over 100 receiving yards total through their first 4 games. Mason, Anthony Jr., Ballard, and Kekahuna. And then on defense you get Preston Zachman with 11 solo tackles, and 1 assisted tackle. That's 11 and a half. Got Reiger with a sack and a half. Mason Reiger. At outside linebacker. So Michigan is going to have to work on stopping the run and covering the receivers as well in the receiving department. Plus, let me take a look here. Wisconsin's defense is going to be in for a real test, considering Michigan has scored 35 points per game, which is 57th in the country. And yards per game, 64th. In the nation. Yeah, I think in most areas, most departments, Michigan has outmatched Wisconsin. I think Michigan coming in at 17.5 point favorites with the over-under total being at 43.5. I think Michigan will apparently win 28-14 with the total being under the projected 43.5. So again, I think Michigan will win Saturday at noon on Fox against Wisconsin. And then you got the Michigan State Spartans at the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Nebraska is also coming off a bye week, but coming off their close loss to Michigan at home, 30-27, 2 weekends ago. But Nebraska's offense is really powerful. They have outmatched Michigan State. The Cornhuskers have outmatched the Spartans in most areas too. 18th in points per game with 43.5. Yowza! 351.8 passing yards per game, which is fourth in the nation. And 496.5 total yards per game, 18th in the nation. And 50% on third down efficiency on offensively. 29th in the nation. Yowza. I cannot even bear to watch this, but it's televised on FS1 Saturday at 4 o'clock kickoff time. And then you got the Lions at the Cincinnati Bengals, who suck. Sunday at 4:25 on Fox. The Bengals are ranked 25th in defensive DVOA rankings and 29th in offensive DVOA rankings, which is absolute trash. Plus, Joe Burrow is out for the rest of the season. Zach Browning can't fill in well at quarterback. Their QB situation is pathetic right now, especially with Burrow, as I mentioned as aforementioned, being out for the rest of the season. I wonder if Burrow is injury prone, by the way. But anyway, the Bengals are bad on both sides of the ball, and it showed in their loss it showed in their loss in Denver to the Broncos this past Monday night on Monday Night Football on ABC, as seen on ABC. But the key here for the Lions is to try to work on not allowing a touchdown on the opponent's first drive of the game, just like they have in their first 4 games this season. That's got to stop. Of course, they bounced back in their last three games after losing week 1 at Green Bay to the Packers. However, the defense has to start fresher and play 60 minutes, not 50 or 52, 60 minutes. And we're going to look for that in Cincinnati as the Lions kick off against the Bengals at 4:25 on Fox on Sunday. It's a late afternoon game. It might be America's game of the week. But I think the Lions will win hands down. I think they will. They just have to prove me right. I just want them to prove me right, at least from a personal standpoint. So, the What We've Learned segment, the Tigers are sorry, let me start over here. So what do we learn in our What We've Learned segment? The Tigers pitching especially was the main contributor, the main factor in the team's advancement to the ALDS by, eliminating the Guardians in Cleveland at Progressive Field. Again, Tarek Skubal, Casey Mize, Will Best, Kyle Finnegan, Jack Flaherty, and Tyler Holton made that main contribution. They all stepped up. They all chipped in. The only 2 cons in the pitching staff are Tommy Canley and Troy Melton. Tommy Canley is washed up. He's lost his touch, his command, and his velocity with his changeup. He keeps throwing too many freaking changeups. Plus, Troy Melton is not comfortable and not ready yet to pitch in the MLB postseason. He needs more time to develop, especially in high leverage situations. That's what lost game 2 for the Tigers right there. Now I understand Kyle Finnegan, again, not being overworked, but putting in a guy like Troy Mountain who's not comfortable already in the postseason is just stupidity on AJ Hinch. But their advancement to the ALDS saved AJ Hinch's job as manager of the Tigers. Plus, Michigan is rested and ready to go, ready to take on Wisconsin. Michigan State's going to have their hands full on the road at Nebraska against a powerful Cornhuskers offense. And then the Lions, not too difficult of a task against the Cincinnati Bengals. I know Taylor Decker has not practiced at all thus far this week. He may not even play. However, Ali McNeil is likely coming back to help out Aiden Hutchinson, Al-Qadim Muhammad, Trevor Nowalski, and DJ Reader. And Tyleek Williams, etc. DJ Reed is already put on the IR, out at least 4 games. Is thankfully not out for the season yet. Kirby Joseph hasn't practiced yet. Shocking enough, his knee injury has been reoccurring. A bad knee, but I don't think Kirby Joseph will be out for way too long. Even if he doesn't play, I think the Lions will still win. So, with that being said, that's our What We've Learned segment on the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Like its videos and turn on all notifications on the bell icon. Click or tap on live to find its latest full episodes and check out its shorts videos. Also, watch it live and follow it on Twitch at Michigan Sports Truth. Listen to it in audio form on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music /Audible, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and JioSaavn. Also, join its supporters club on Spreaker, just $2 a month. Follow it on social media on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth, and on Reddit at u/Michigan_Truth. Also, like its Facebook page, facebook.com/Michigan Sports Truth. Also on Patreon at patreon.com/Michigan Sports Truth, and on the Patreon app. Statewide business endorsements go to Cops and Donuts, Grand Traverse Pie Company, J&H Family Stores, Positive Chimney and Fireplace, Farm Bureau Insurance, Michigan's Adventure, Jets Pizza, Alpine Chocolate House, with 5 locations in Manistee, Boyne City, Gaylord, Plymouth, and Sault Ste. Marie. I wish there was one in Alpena as a 6th location. But anyway, Hudsonville Ice Cream, Grandpa's Mini Donuts, Tom's Food Markets, Bigby Coffee, Detroit Wing Company, Simply Delightful, JR's All-Star Haircuts for Men, Tropical Touch Spa, and Main Street Rocks. Main Street Rocks in Durant is also a proud sponsor of Swartz Creek Youth Baseball. Metro Detroit area business endorsements go to Geno Surf, Avenue American Bistro, Mocha Donut and Boba, Modern 7 Bistro, Northville Sports Den, Union Barber in Birmingham and Ferndale, United Mobile Power Wash and Dry Ice Works in Southfield, The Spot Food Truck in Dearborn and Detroit, Athletical Physical Therapy on Woodward and Ferndale, Blind Owl Royal Oak, Cali Tickets, called Mark Goldman at 877-225-8425 or CaliTickets.com, The Jagged Fork, stunning and delicious breakfasts, Goodman Acker PC, Northwestern Technological Institute, the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill in Ann Arbor, Green Lantern Pizza, Vitamin Shop in Auburn Hills, and Legacy Family Dental Center in Dearborn. Local business endorsements go to the B4 Foundation in Ithaca, Front Porch Suttons Bay, El Cilantro Taco Shop in Petoskey, Bay Mills Resort and Casino in Brimley, Fuel Up Nutrition in Clare, United Food Service Solutions in Grand Ledge, Asian Buffet in Cadillac and Traverse City, Trouttown Tavern and Eatery in Kalkaska, Ludington Meat Company, Fletcher's Pub Texas Corners in Kalamazoo, the Michigan Theater of Jackson, Hooters in Saginaw, Anna's House in Grand Rapids, Coffee Beanery in Flushing, and Spicer's Boat City in Houghton Lake. Traverse City business endorsements go to TC Man Cave for the finest sports haircuts for men, Erica Nita of Traverse City Real Estate, Yen Yoga and Fitness inside the Delamar Resort, Firefly Kitchen and Bars, Traverse City Fun Running, Margarita's Grill, home of the best Mexican foods, including the fajitas and the fried ice cream. They also have fried Oreos. Well-being with Catherine Palms, and Team Bob's Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Cadillac business endorsements go to Cadillac Grill, Cadillac Nutrition, Cadillac Horizon Books, Creative Embroidery for designing the Michigan Sports Truth podcast logo on my long sleeve shirt and t-shirt. Michigan Coffee Company, Pro Quality Cleaners, Raven Social, Wildflower Bakery, Northern Star Event Rentals, The Food Mafia's Let's Roll With It Roll Ice Cream, Tees Tanning Salon, The Pine Sports Bar and Bowling Center, Max Swings Indoor Golf, Biner's Pizza, Cadillac Party Lounge, and The Sweet Shop. And finally, Lake City business endorsements go to Cuts by Melanie, the LC Tap House, To the Moon Bakery, Northern Auto Lab, and the Misaki Golf Club Golf Course. Until next time, stay on the lookout. And remember that we always observe and detect the truth about our teams in the state of Michigan, because the truth is everywhere. Ta-ta, hit 'em with a hind. Power to the people. Baba booey to y'all.